The Judiciary of Indonesia comprises the Supreme Court of Indonesia and the Constitutional Court of Indonesia together with public courts, religious courts, administrative courts and military courts. The Supreme Court is Indonesia's highest court. It is the final court of appeal for criminal and civil verdicts. It also resolves disputes between courts. It is led by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Indonesia, currently Muhammad Syarifuddin. There are two separate office holders for the title of Deputy Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Indonesia, Sunato for both judicial affairs and non-judicial affairs. The Constitutional Court rules over disputes concerning the Constitution of Indonesia as well as matters involving elections and political parties. The current Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of Indonesia is Arif Hidayat, who replaced Hamdan Zoelwa in 2015. Zowa's predecessor, Akil Mochtar, was stripped of his powers following allegations of accepting bribes. The current Deputy Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of Indonesia is Anwar Usman. The public courts comprise the district courts at the first level and the high courts at the appellate level, after which any appeal goes to the Supreme Court. They can try criminal and civil cases involving Indonesian citizens or foreign citizens. State courts have authority at the city and regency level, while high courts function at the provincial level. There are specialized courts formed within the system of public courts: juvenile courts, human rights courts, labor courts, commercial courts, fishery courts and anti-corruption courts. Religious courts are for Muslim citizens to resolve matters such as marriage, inheritance and property donated for religious purposes. Religious courts are located at the district, municipality in Banda Aceh. Since 2006, a number of districts have issued local ordinances based on Sharia, expanding the domain of religious courts. Administrative courts were established in 1986 as a consequence of a law intended to ensure that people would not be treated arbitrarily by government officials or organizations. They rule in disputes involving the state officials or bodies, both at the center and in the regions. There is one specialized court created within the system of the administrative courts, the tax court. These deal with cases involving members of the armed forces. First instance military courts hears appeals against the decisions of Dilimilti courts and also decides upon issues of jurisdiction of the military courts. Judges decide cases based on written law. If there is no applicable written law, Law No. 14/1970 states that judges must apply unwritten law and decide cases with wisdom and full responsibility to God.